So in this screencast, we're going to have a look at breakpoints. Now breakpoints are a great way to debug your code, or just have a look behind the scenes at what's going on when your code runs. So I've got the mail system project open. It's from chapter 3 in the book project file. And the first thing I'm going to do is create a mail server. Now I'm going to create two mail clients. So you can see in the constructor, when I create a mail client, it needs a mail server, so I'll select the mail server I just created. And it also needs a string for the user. So I'll call this user Adam, and I'll call the name of the instance Adam as well. I'm going to create a second mail client object. Select the mail server again. The string user this time will be Carolyn, and the name of the instance will also be Carolyn. So having a look at the methods on the mail client objects, I can send a mail item and I can also print a mail item. So let's send a message from Carolyn to Adam. So send mail item to Adam. I'll say hello. So now on Adam, I can call print next mail item. But I want to see what happens when that code runs. So what I'm going to do is go to the mail client. I'm going to open editor. And I am going to scroll down to the print next mail item method. What I'm going to do is put a breakpoint in on 38, line 38. Now if you don't have line numbers, if you right click in this white space at the edge, you'll see there's a little line numbers thing that comes up. So I can turn line numbers on or off. So on line 38, this time I'm going to left click. And you can see it creates a stop sign there and it highlights the line in red. That is a breakpoint. If I was to click on the stop sign again, the breakpoint would go. The second way I can create a breakpoint is to put my cursor somewhere in the line, go to Tools, Set Breakpoint, or Tools, Clear Breakpoint. I like just to click on the line though, and you'll find most IDEs work that way if you click on the line number. So I'm going to put a breakpoint on line 38. And what I'm telling my program is that when this runs, I want to stop it before it gets to the breakpoint. So now let's go back to the Adam object and call print next mail item. Okay, you can see it's opened up a debugging window. And you can see now on the breakpoint, I now have a green line. So we're actually up to line 37 to here. And this green line is the next line that is just about to run. So when I push step, it's going to run this line in green. So here we go, step. Okay, so we can see this line on 38 was mail item, item. So we're creating an object of type mail item, and it's equal to server.getNextMailItem, and it passes the user. And we can see that variable was created, mail item item equals object reference. Now what we're about to do is start running this if statement. So this if statement, this first line of it is the next line that's about to run, and it's going to check if item is equivalent to null. So push step. Okay, we know that item was not equivalent to null because we can see the local variable that was created. So this statement did not evaluate to true. So now we're running the else. And what it's calling is the print method on item. So let's see what happens when I press step this time. Step. Okay, from Carolyn to Adam, message hello. So it's called print on item, and that is what it printed out. Now you'll notice it didn't actually go into the print method on item. of type mail item. It just gave us, it just ran that method, and we've only actually stepped through this method here. So when I push step one more time, okay, that method is now finished. So let's just run that method again to see what happens this time. So print next mail item, okay, we're back to the start of the print next mail item method. Step, okay, so this line here was just run, but this time we can see item equals null. So when we run this if statement, because there's not next mail item on the server because we already printed it out, the item is null. So this time it should run this statement here, the system out print line, and print no new mail. So step, yep, that's where it went. Push step again, okay, we can see no new mail was printed. Step, and the method has finished. So that is the way that you can step through a method. But hypothetically, if we wanted to actually follow it line at a time, and we also wanted to see what was happening in the print method on item of type mail item, we can also do that. So what I'm going to do is send another message. I'll send it to Adam, and this time I'll say, how are you? Okay, so I've still got my breakpoint. So on Adam, I'm going to call print next mail item. So we have stopped at line 37. We're about to run line 38, which was the line the breakpoint was on. So step, okay, it's created the item. We're about to run the if statement. Step, okay, so we're about to run this item.print. But I actually want to go and have a look what's going on in print as well. So instead of just pushing step like I did last time, which will just run that method but we won't see what's going on in the method, I'm going to push step into. Okay, so you can see now we've gone from mail client to mail item, and we're in the print method. And this is the line that it's about to run. We can see it hasn't run that line yet. It hasn't printed out. So now I'm going to go back to pushing step. So step, okay, so it just ran this system out print line from, there it is, from Carolyn. Step, okay, so it's just done the to line. Step, all right, all of the print lines have printed, and we're just about to finish running the print method. Step, okay, so that's finished running, and we're back in the print next mail item method. All right. Push step one more time. Okay, that's finished. So we can see that printed out. The method has finished running, and we're back to the start. So you can see there are two things we can do here after we create a breakpoint. We can step through the method that we've created the breakpoint in, and if that method has any other method calls, we can also step into those as well.